This walrus didn't get these dance moves on his own. They came from Cab Calloway, a 1930s jazz superstar and bandleader. Do you see it now? Cab was a source of endless inspiration for early animators who transformed his dancing into that walrus and a ghost and a very moonwalky old man of the mountain.
Old man of the mountain.
The way these moves got from real life to cartoon was a breakthrough in technology and method. It's an idea that forever changed animation when an inventor took pictures that had just started to move and made them dance. As riveting as that was, early animation had a problem. The first animated shorts didn't look right. Don't focus on the drawing. Look at the motion. See how clunky his arm move is here and how his shoulder doesn't move realistically? Max Fleischer saw that problem too. This is him, the inventor, blowing bubbles in some of the first films that revolutionized animation. And this is the clown that did it. See how naturally Coco the Clown moves compared to the umbrella guy? That's where the invention called the rotoscope comes in. You can understand it from the patent application. It was a way to film real movement to create better animation. First, they filmed live action motion in the wild. For Coco the Clown, they filmed Max's brother, Dave Fleischer, dancing around in a clown costume on Max's roof. He was in front of a white sheet for contrast. The sheet actually blew around so much that Dave almost fell off the roof, so don't try this at home. That film gave them individual frames of Coco moving around. Like in the patent, they used a projector hooked up to a car headlamp to amp up brightness, and it showed each frame on a screen with tracing paper. Then they just played it back, frame by frame, tracing what they needed. It had the creativity of animation, but the precision of live action. The results were astonishingly smooth, and lots of people noticed. The New York Times said Coco, the Inkwell Man, leaps as a human being. And it made sense. He was one. Take Cab Calloway's performance. Now, animators didn't have to guess what subtle movements came in the middle. They had a filmed guide to every frame. Gulliver's Travels also had hyper-real movement, inspired by real motion. When the patent expired, other animation studios followed, but Fleischer's work was more than just one invention.
Here we go.
Fleischer Studios invented the bouncing ball song, where you can follow along with the lyrics. Oh yes, there's a patent. Max and Dave patented multi-plane animation as well. See how they could film the main character moving and separately move the background elements, like pictures and models. This created depth and saved animators time. It enabled gorgeous motion, like in this scene from Superman. As it evolved, Fleischer Animation mixed all these technologies with skilled artistry and improvisation. And that's why rotoscoping is a versatile tool still, whether it's inspiring some of the animation in early video games, or in its logical extension in motion capture, where real movements are given over to animators' fancy. But even that undersells their achievements a little. When Cab Calloway saw himself turned into a dancing walrus, he fell to the floor laughing. An invention made that work, but it was a different type of genius that made Cab Calloway fall to the floor. You can patent a device, but you can't patent that.
That's exactly what we'll be doing today. Recording ourselves walking, importing into Flip-A-Clip, and then drawing over the video frames, and turning you into a cartoon character. First, we need to record a video. Open the camera app on the tablet. Change it to video mode. Here you can start and stop. Now we can record our reference video. Find a good spot to set up the tablet facing an open area of the room. Hit record and walk across the screen. can be as silly as you like. Once you finish recording, you're ready to import into Flip a Clip. Safely put the tablet back on the stand. Inside of Flip a Clip, create a new project and rename it to Rotoscoping. Tap Create Project. Tap the three dots in the top right corner and tap Add Video. Select the most recent video of you walking across the screen. Here inside of Flip a Clip, you can playback and edit the duration of the video. Use the start and end sliders to edit your video. Cut it down to the best part. Your clip should be no longer than 5 seconds, which is shown here. Play back your edit and make sure it's the section you want. Again, don't make it longer than 5 seconds. That looks good. Tap the check mark at the top right corner. And Flip a Clip will start importing our video. This will take a minute. If it takes more than a few minutes, the video you imported is too long. Alright, it's done importing. You can see Flip a Clip automatically created frames from the video. You should have between 40 to 60 frames. If you have more than that, you need to close and import a shorter video. Here's how our video looks. It's a little slow and has too many frames, but we can fix that. Again, tap those three dots in the top right corner and open up the frame viewer. Here we can delete some in-between frames to speed up the animation. Tap Select All and deselect every third frame. Double check that you've selected the right frames. And then tap Delete. Now you should be left with 20 to 30 frames. Now it's faster and the motion looks like animation. If you open up the frame stack, you'll see that Flip a Clip created a video layer underneath layer 1. Rename layer 1 to Trace. This is the layer we will be tracing the stick eye onto ourselves. Now for the fun part. Pick a bright color and start drawing. Make sure you have the trace layer selected. Match the motion of you walking across the screen. This will take a little while, but keep going all the way to the end. Awesome job. In the layer stack, you can turn the opacity on and off by tapping the 100% next to each layer. This way of animating is called rotoscoping. This way you get more natural movement. Now that you have the basics of turning real life into animation, you can create whatever you want. Following the same process, you can animate just about anything. You can always turn the video layer back on if you want. You can also create a background layer underneath our stick eye. Where you can place him wherever you want, in a forest, on the beach, or a sidewalk. The possibilities are endless. That's all for today. Goodbye.